Hello, this is Dorothy Smith with That's Scrapbooking, and I'm back to go over the Project 3 from the Hawthorn Scrapbooking Kit. And this is just using that super cool corrugated cardboard look paper. And I have to keep on touching it because it just looks so dimensional. It looks like corrugated cardboard exactly. So it just kind of blows me away that it's just totally flat. Now there are some cuts here with some diagonal places in them. I would suggest you make the original cut like 8.5 by 12 on that particular one. Mark the center of your paper at 6 and then go 2 inches down to 6, and it helps to make the correct angle. So it really isn't too hard if you do that wherever you see this double angle with the point in the middle. So I've kind of gathered up, just to make this go a little bit faster. I didn't show the cutting, but I gathered up all of the pieces that go with page 1 and page 2. This Project 3 is a 2-page layout, unlike Project 1 and Project 2, which were both single-page layouts on this kit. So there are a whole lot of die cuts that you have to punch out, and the leaves that you see here are some of the die cuts. So there are 4 sheets of die cut items. So the little colorful leaf that goes underneath the white veins of the leaf, those are all die cuts. And so are the banners, so are the other leaves, so is that half circle, and then the little gray half-inch stripe that follows the angle of the papers is also all in the either die cuts or sticker sheet. Lost my brain for a second. So anyway, I am using, you could probably use, and it would be a little bit less messy, a pointy type adhesive rather than using Tombow, because I kind of get the Tombow webs going in between the open areas there. You can rub it off with your finger or an eraser to get rid of it, but it'd probably be a little bit neater to use a pointed end glue stick that you have. Not necessarily a glue stick, but one of the liquid glues. So I'm just putting that zip strip down at the bottom. So that's a zip strip from one of the papers that came with this kit, and then the sticker goes on top of it from the border sticker. So I am going to show you how to put these together. Now the corrugated paper goes on top of I was just trying to see if I like the way the hexagons look. So I'm going to go ahead, and I love the hexagons, but I'm going to do it as in the instructions. So I'm going to put the saffron background and texture paper down, and then I will go ahead and put the corrugated paper on top of it, so they fit completely all the way to the top on top of each other. And then a little Tombow and the angle piece will go and cover the cut edges of the corrugated paper. So I keep on running out of Tombow. I've been using a lot of Tombow putting these pages together. So anyway, it's kind of interesting. That little strip almost looks like a roadway with a dotted white line in the middle of it. It kind of looks like a little bitty road. But we also have actually ribbon that has a gold or silver thread going up the center of it like that. So anyway, look at how that just kind of finishes that off. It looks really sharp. So the next thing I'm going to do is to put the banners in place up at the top. And you know, really, once you have got everything all punched out and your pieces of paper cut, when you gather all your pieces up for each page, it really goes rather fast. And so here's our sticker title called Autumn Days. So, and I'm just loving how all these colors just blend beautifully together. This is one of our new colors. I was thinking the other day when I was making another video that it was eggplant, but it's actually sangria. So that's a new color of ours, and it's just so rich looking. So I'm using the instructions with the I'm using the measurements from the instructions, and I'm going up like 1.5 inches from the bottom and 3/4 of an inch over, or whatever the instructions say. And then this little piece is going to go on top, so we're kind of reiterating colors so that you know, you've got continuity going throughout your layout. You know, which I've said many times, what you want is continuity, either in color or shape, idea. You know, you want the continuity so it makes sense. So there's so many cute little stickers on this 12 by 12 sheet. That's a new thing that we've got coming with all the kits, is the 12 by 12 sheets. They are my absolute favorite. And so here's a chipboard, a craft colored chipboard sheet that's 6 by 12 that has all sorts of neat elements in it. And so I'm just using one of the little word descriptors to go up there. The other wonderful element that we get, embellishment that we get with this kit, are those wood. You can see the arrows off to the left, and the let the good times roll up at the top, and the leaves. Those are beautiful wood shapes that have quite a bit of dimension to them, actually. And I just love those. I mean, they go, for one thing, they go beautifully with the craft color that we've got going on the background. But just the dimensional element of them. And one side is light and the other side has got some more brown to it, almost looking distressed. So with the, you can see the leaves that come with this kit have a distressed look. Some of them do. Love that. And look at how that little white just adds so much to the layout. So I like those, the little leaf skeletons are a little bit difficult to deal with as far as getting rid of the little inner parts of the leaf. I love that plaid leaf. Do not love that plaid leaf. Oh, I so love it. But they're just a little bit harder to deal with than just like the gray leaf and the small leaf here. Those are all just punch outs, and they just come out so easily that it's just beautiful. So I'm going to add another leaf to that page. And I think there's more elements that go on it. So let's see, what are we looking for? A pine cone. Anyway, I love how those leaves just kind of, they actually kind of look like they're falling. Doesn't it? I mean, it just kind of looks like leaves falling to me. Anyway, I love this layout. I just really love it. And so later on, at the end of the next video that I'm going to do for Project 4, then I'll put the paper, the placeholders for the pictures in. So we got the first one down, and now I'm going to go and do, see, that went really fast. So now I'm going to do the second layout. I think I may have made a mistake with this particular, with the cutting of the two, this piece and then the saffron piece. Anyway, I had to move the these didn't line up like the first ones where they're sitting on top of each other. So I had to lift the saffron piece up a little bit from the back, so it's not going to go all the way down to the edge of the paper. But the craft paper, the craft color paper will. So I'm just going to drop it and just kind of make it an angle like that. So see, it's off by about an inch, and I don't know if that was a mistake I made in cutting, or if you just have to, that's what you have to do to make the saffron stick out. And that's fine, it sticks out. And then I'm going to put my little road piece on there and cover up the cut edge of the craft, and it actually goes and covers up the corner of the saffron. But that doesn't make any difference, because that this piece of sangria background for a picture, that's going to be for a 6x8 picture, which is a rather good size picture. We normally use 5x7s for our biggest ones, but this is a 6x8. So I am using my little zip strip down there as a 1/2 inch, because that ruler is only 1.5 inches wide, and it's going to be 2 inches up from the bottom. And it's not exactly in the center, it's off by just a little bit, but that's the way it's supposed to be. So here are more of my leaves that I'm just going to place around, tuck in and over and around the where the picture is going to be. So you need to take a fall picture of your family or your kids to put here, or even it could even be Halloween pictures to go with the fall theme. So, but this plaid paper that goes as a background for the leaf just adds so much color to the leaf. It's just so cute. I love it. So here comes an oak leaf, and that is going to go on top of, it's kind of maybe a linen. It's a very light gray. And I mean, I'll full disclosure here, some of those parts of the leaf, the real thin spiny parts or vein parts, I did rip when I was punching out the insides of the leaf, but it doesn't really make a difference, because you can go ahead and glue it up on top of the other leaf base, and it's fine. So don't worry. I guess I got a little clumsy maybe with punching out the leaves, and the innards of the leaves, but don't worry, you can glue it on top of its base and everything is all fine. So this is a little octagon, oh good grief, what's it called? A little journaling jotting area. So I have to kind of tuck it under. I'm going to tuck the leaf under, and then put the journaling on top of the 2 leaves. So there we go, and there's one of our wonderful wooden elements. And then a little zip strip is going to go on top of the sangria. So this kind of carries the zip strip from the bottom of the left-hand page over to the top of the right-hand page. So see how you're carrying elements not just across the page, excuse me, but from one page to the next. So this just shows a lot of thought and coordination, and that's what you want. Now this chipboard is going to go up in the upper corner saying best day, and then we've got another leaf, and this one's got all sorts of words on it, but it just adds interest to the leaf. So don't worry about the fact that there are words on a leaf. Look at how nice. I love this. I really like this layout. But this is super cute. Here comes the wheelbarrow and the leaves, because what's fall without some raking, right? I guess if you don't like raking, it's kind of I was kind of thinking I'll put it down with Tombow. Then I kind of decided, no, this is a good place for a pop-up. So I'm gonna pop it up a little bit with my foam tape. And I'll put it in place. And then you'll see how cute it is. So you gotta have a wheelbarrow, and then you gotta have a rake. I assume you all have leaves. So when I'm putting it on the stem, I'm trying to cut little skinny pieces to put on the stem so it just doesn't get bent out of shape. Wouldn't want a wheelbarrow that's bent out of shape, or a rake that's bent out of shape. So here we go. And that's going to fit perfectly in that little corner with the leaves screaming, "Come get me, catch me if you can." Sometimes I wish I didn't work so slow. My mouth moves faster than my hands do. Okay, here we go. Whoop, gotta punch that little thing out. There's always one more thing to punch out. Okay, see how cute that is? That's cute. I love that. Okay, there we go. There's that layout, so not too bad. Oh, I love it, and I'm so ready for fall, and I bet you are too. I'm sick of this summer. I am sick of it. So I am ready for cool weather. I am ready for fall. I'm ready for color in the trees. Not so ready for all the acorns to fall and the leaves to fall, but I am totally ready for cooler weather for sure. So there we go. There's our autumn days layout from close to my heart. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.